I've had to do is grind the actual mounts off themselves because the motor wasn't fitting in correctly. So yeah, so I've drilled those out. I'm possibly going to use those to mount a part of the motor on, like that, on either side, or internal, not sure yet. And then sort of get it mounted in there. Once this bracket is cut, I can then sort of manoeuvre it where I need the motor, so I can then weld it onto this, and then yeah, you sort of get the idea when the motor's in there, sort of sitting in there somehow. But yeah, got to get it nice and square. So yeah, just cutting this piece here, and then I'll do the other one, the other side, and then yeah, so. As you can see, nice neatish line that'll do, and then I'll compare that up with that, so I'll get it in there, depending on which way I want to place this motor. I'll cut it down and trim it down, probably half of it, probably half of that I'll use anyway, just to mount the motor in, so I'll fit it square, like that. So yeah, probably going to be about there, I reckon, somewhere like that. And let's do the other one. That is pretty much where that needs to go. That is not far off. If we come the other side, it's not a big deal, but it's overhanging the frame, which is not a problem. As long as it's in there and it's flush where everything should be, and square, that is pretty much where that motor needs to be situated and in line with the rear cog. So I've got my rear sprocket This is a 428 sprocket, 43 tooth. So hopefully, if I've done my maths right, this will be the correct sprocket for the back wheel. And also I've got some maxi tyres, maxi dirt tyres that I've got for this. Now I'll be replacing with the slicks. Nice. I'll tell you what else I'm going to do. These stickers off the forks, looking a bit tired. Looks a bit better. I'll just turn the strut, undo them bolts, turn the strut, and won't even see that. I like that now. Look how good they look now. Nice, eh? I think what I'm going to do as well is this line around the wheels off, because it just looks hideous. Don't like it. Plus it's already peeling off, so I think it's got some writing under there as well. I don't know if you agree, but I think that looks better already. Looks nice, mate. Look nice with the knobblies on there. Better already. Nice. Yeah, it looks better. Once that's cleaned up, it'll look a lot better. That is roughly where we're going to be today, I think. So I've got that rear sprocket. Once I'm happy with where it's all aligned, then I can weld it all up and then see where we're going with the battery, and then hopefully get the controller there somewhere. And the frame is here. I'm hoping to drop it down and curve under to meet it with the belly pan and sort of bring it up here. I've got the motor where it needs to be sitting, I think. Made the bracket, cut the bracket out. So I've got it lined up. I've not changed the sprocket yet on the rear, and it's running the 428 chain with a 420 ring at the back, but I'm going to change that for my jack to come, so that I can literally jack it up and bolt it down, so that I can remove the back wheel, get that sprocket on, the new one, and then I can properly test the chain. Also the tyres, I'll fit the tyres when that comes, because I can then raise it up and jack it up properly. Once I know roughly where it is, I can start trimming it up and making it look neat and tidy, weld it into place. But yeah, so I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush it yet, so that I make mistakes. So yeah, that's how far we've got so far. The rear wheel, the bearing will need replacing on this back one. There's quite a bit of play in that one.
Heavy and persistent rain are expected across multiple parts of the country over the next 24 hours. Wave of 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts, lively weather. A mild start because of all the wet weather in the south, colder start further north.
Finally, the weather has calmed down a bit and I'm able to get on with this electric motorbike. Been 3 days now working on this. I've got this far, and about a week's worth of rain. Hopefully today I can get as much done as possible. I want to try and get the back wheel off, the new gear on, so I can match that up with the new chain that's going on there. Hopefully get the motor welded in, or a plate so that I can bolt it down, or something, somehow get that motor mounted in there so that it's very secure. So with that said, let's crack on. This one was a 37 tooth and this one's a 43. That'll be quite sufficient. You can see the size difference. Yeah. Right, I just wanted to make sure that they were level, nice and level in the frame, so that I can get that gear in all the way to this gear in here. So that's with the chain on. That is really good. That is perfect. That's really good. I'm happy with that. Start trimming off the excess and stuff off of this. So I need to score out a bit on the bottom so it can go around the tube. That's what it looks like now. So this will go in there and be the motor bracket. I've cut that side out and that side, so that's one mount done. Just got to do the other side, and then I shall get it back in there and give it a test fit. go. That's that one. Alright, there we go guys. That is the motor. Brackets. Now when I put that in the frame, that should be where it needs to go. So I've got the brackets in there, up the top there, for the top bracket. I'm now going to tack those on to get them in position, ready for the motor mount. Weld these into place afterwards. Then we're sort of getting somewhere. That's what I'm going to do now. So just tack welded them on there. That thing up there decided to come out. Story is, welded in. I've still got to do one on the inside here, but the majority of this now is completed. So tomorrow, which will be day 4 of this build, I'm gonna get the back tyre on, hopefully. Get that on. Get the bolts and the locking pins for that gear bolted on there. Then we shall have a look at the battery and how I'm going to have that. Controller is on the way. I ordered it this morning, my 100-volt one, so that should be here in the next, I don't know, 7 to 9 days. That is going to be bigger than my other one. A couple of other bits, a regulator. Very pleased with that so far today. Only got a limited battery left on this phone, so right, there we go, all welded into place. Those brackets are solid. That's all welded and ground down, and the inside, which I've just done, just welded up, and the inside of that one, that corner, that should be strong enough now to withstand some serious torque. These are coming off. Black anyway. Nice. Looking good guys, looking good. Oh, you know what I might put on there? Poor man's Stark Varg. Because this is what this is going to be. I think that looks better. Yeah, cool. Right guys, day 4. It's a blue sky and we can get on with this today. Back wheel off, tyre on, some other bits. Let's get it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I got the chain on last night without filming. Perfect. Now we're getting somewhere. New bearings. So that bearing in went in quite well with no slack, but this side has got some slight play in it, so there's nothing I can do about that. They've left that bearing in there way too long, and it's sort of worn the alloy all the way around the hub, but I'll pack it out with some grease and at least I know there's new bearings in there. Look at that now. It might look small on the camera, but it's not. It's not actually small. That's really cool. chains on there. Make sure when you're doing chains that you put the links the correct way round. So there, make sure the forks are facing backwards, because you don't want your chain coming off, guys. Honestly, you don't want it coming off. All right, so if you haven't, go and check. If it's round the wrong way, change it, please. All right, don't forget, guys, give us a like on this video. I'm hoping to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you can help me do that, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, it's looking good, mate, looking good. I just sprayed over the plate as well, because I didn't want it deteriorating. Just for now. I mean, it looks okay at the minute, but it's just for now, just to keep rust at bay. So the same on this side, just sprayed it up just to make it look a little bit better. That is about as far as I can get right now. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what else I've got. So I've got a nice little light that can go on the front. It'll go on there like that. I think that'd look quite cool there, wouldn't it? Or on the bars. Where do you think? Up on the bars or down near the yolks? Or down lower? Where do you reckon I should put this? Let me know in the comments where you feel that this should go. Which area? I mean, even there looks good. Let me know. Let me know your opinions. Right, guys, that is it for today. I've done my fair share. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing the battery, hopefully getting that in there somehow, working it out with the geometry of that. Also doing a few other little bits and pieces to it, but I'm not going to be uploading that part. That is going to be in the next part when I get my controller, and you'll see the other part in that. So that will probably be getting closer to middle of October, because I think the controller comes on the 17th or thereabouts. So the other part of that video will be around about that time to finish it off. So with that, I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.